Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Life of Abundance. We're getting closer and closer to that 100,000. Trying to get it by the end of the year. If not, it's okay, but at least it's a nice goal to have. And if you guys can help with that, I appreciate it. So let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
I dressed up like I work for Kamala's campaign, and now I'm gonna deliver immigrants to her supporters.
No! We are voting for you, don't worry.
Are you?
Of course.
We do have a surprise, if that's okay, just real fast.
You have a surprise?
We're looking for a place for them to stay. They just came across. They'll sleep on floors. I mean, they're not picky, you know.
We have like a 2-year-old, so
Hector's good with kids.
sorry, we just can't.
Could they just like sleep on your lawn?
They need a place to stay. They just came across.
My teenagers live with me.
Oh, that's fine. Hector, he was dating a teenager like a little bit ago, so
Okay.
they just came across. They don't have papers. You're in support of like the whole border situation, and we're just trying to get them a floor to sleep on. You guys,
You know, I do have to admit, shout outs to the family that sponsored my aunts and uncles when they first came to this country. Even the sponsor that sponsored my third aunt, my cousin still views them as like a parent. Her husband died not too long ago and she's still alive and her house is still nearby. My cousins, they visit her every week because she was the one that helped sponsor the family to be where we are now. It's a wonderful white couple that, well, they were, white family. Husband passed not too long ago. The mother is by herself now, and you know they're selling that house to move the mother closer to with the kids, and the kids live in a different state now. So, but shout outs to families that gave up things to sponsor immigrants and things like that during the refugee era for Cambodians. Without those people, most of us Cambodians wouldn't have made it.
want COVID? They said they could survive it.
She really learned how to say her name.
We work with her, so we know how to say her name.
Earlier you said Kamala. The way she pronounces her name is Kamala. You don't work with her either.
See that car? We have 3 dudes who just came across the border. We're trying to find them a home.
Find them a home.
Just say I'm voting for Donald Trump without saying it, okay?
That's a wrong attitude, mister. I said my vote is private.
So you're voting Kamala?
No. You said it again.
That's funny how fast they say no. The hypocrisy is real.
What's the message to Iran?
Don't.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them.
I'm good. I don't need any more rights. So if you're gonna advocate, do it for yourself. Because your girl is good, okay?
I think I'll pass.
Okay.
I can do all things that my husband can do. Some of them I don't want to do. I don't want to do. That's a boy
Why
job.
would she?
That's a girl job. Please keep the rest of us out of it. We don't need a woman president. Oh yeah, I said what I said. That is a man's job. We are too emotional. We might be able to find out what they did on July 25th, 2006. We might be able to find out who they dated in 3rd grade, but we are too emotional. We'll be, when somebody pisses us off and then wake up in the morning and go, that was probably not a good idea.
True.
Feminists be like, equal rights for women. Also feminist, what is a woman?
Meanwhile,
There's a woman.
What is it? That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb.
It's just so crazy that Charlie Kirk can just destroy so many people by just asking that simple question is, what is a woman? And nobody seems to be able to answer it. None of the lefties can ever at least answer it, right? Us, a female human with XX chromosome that gives birth. There's a plethora of things.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Who identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the question. Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social role.
You're in college.
It's a social role. So why aren't you guys doing your roles like being in the kitchen?
Paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? How about you talk to someone
You don't need media training. It's not a trick. What is a woman?
who identifies as a woman?
You can't answer the question with the...
What are you talking about?
It's the college kids of America going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt who think it's a trick question when you ask them what a woman is.
You know, it's just so funny that I finally got a sponsor, and it happens to be health insurance during the time when the CEO got blasted. Yeah, quite a coinky-dink of everything happening. But yeah, if you guys are interested in health insurance, I know health insurance out there is ridiculous. The prices are ridiculous, especially if you live by yourself or with families. And if your company doesn't give you great health insurance, our friend Ishmael is really good with a lot of the newer companies and older companies. He has like access to all the companies out there. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Yeah, thanks, Red. So people's number one complaint with their health insurance is most likely that it's too expensive.
Yep.
Their number two complaint is that their insurance doesn't cover everything. The main reason why that is they have a high deductible plan, probably a bronze or silver level. And on top of that, it's likely an HMO. They're not getting covered nationwide like a PPO does. So here's the deal. Open enrollment is coming to an end in a couple of weeks. Anyone that feels like they're overpaying for their insurance, they're not getting the coverage that they're looking for, doctors aren't in network, give me a call. I'll do a free consultation with you. If I can do it, I will help you and save you roughly 20% on your coverage, find you a PPO network option across one of the major carriers, and get you something with a low deductible so you're not paying out of pocket for everything. Give me a call.
The man is doing God's work. Tell you the truth, yes, health insurance companies are trash. I completely admit that, but having to navigate that trash is even harder. So have Ishmael help you guys out. It's worth a call. There's no financial anything involved. You just give him a call. He gives you a quote. If he can save you money, he saves you guys money. Yep.
But wait, there's more.
You know the
But
difference
a
between
woman is a woman.
left-handedness and trans care for youth? You don't have to take drugs if you're left-handed.
Nazi rhetoric, social confusion.
Oh, Nazi rhetoric. When you lose a debate, call your opponent a Nazi instead of actually debating it.
I didn't call you a Nazi. I said that's something that Nazis said. Here's the cool thing. You don't need to take drugs necessarily if you're trans either.
Yes,
also,
but
the cool thing about being
give
left-handed
them-
and being transgender is that it actually is something that you're born with.
But let me ask you a question. Yeah, Hitler had a dog. Hitler was a vegetarian, went through this war.
He also drank water.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, do you? This is the most important question. What is objectively a woman?
Someone who identifies as a woman.
Okay, so that is not a definition. That is circular reasoning.
That's a
like
Green Bay's Packers fan.
That's like saying a hat is something that looks like a hat. So you have to give a definition of what a woman is.
What is a chair, Charlie?
Well, a chair is what a human being sits on when answering questions from confused trans activists at University of North Texas.
Deflect, 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 and more deflect. The kid came fully prepared just to do that. Not a single straight answer.
And you notice it's always the younger people. It's all the super young people that have been indoctrinated, been all of these ideas when they were young. Because these guys are what, 18, 19 years old, and they all truly believe this. But anybody that came from my generation or older understand what a woman is very well. You can easily see how well propaganda, the government, or whatever the hell is behind all of this, did a great job of just mind controlling the youth. And this is why, yes, we want to be harsh on simps, but simps are like this too. They've just been mind controlled. They don't know any better. So we gotta, yes, harshly tell them, but we still gotta guide simps out of, their simp jitsu.
No pun intended. Now, if you want to identify as something, but can't define it, how on earth can you identify as it? I have never seen someone more confused than Joe Biden.
Everybody knows I like kids better than people, man.
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
Keep yapping, man.
Best rapper alive.
Tupac.
Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
But basically, I'm here to announce that we're building Iron Man.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? What are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
And he calls me a jackass. He's a jackass.
But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
I love the Mexican people. El hombre del peliquin. Well, nice to see. How old are you? 17? 6.
Bro, does Joe Biden even know he exists?
But I just don't want to die with you. No, baby, you're not gonna die. You're not. And we're gonna be smart, and we're gonna fight. We are gonna win. Yeah, sure. What were you saying?
If Kamala Harris was here right now, what would you tell her?
She's a douchebag, man. How you gonna be on a podcast while your American people is out there in a hurricane having life-threatening situations? And also with that abortion thing, 'cause it seems like everybody's jumping on a bandwagon with Kamala for the abortion, but you know, most of them chicks that's pro-abortion, they ugly and fat as a fuck, looking like Whoopi Goldberg. Nobody wants to procreate with your ugly ass anyway.
Whoopi Goldberg is out here catching strays. No lies were detected and not a single stutter from this man. This brother has been training his whole life for this exact moment.
If abortion isn't murder, then why is it a double homicide when a pregnant woman is killed? If you don't own a gun, you don't get to make decisions about gun laws. That's how abortions work.
Yeah.
As if making fun of people isn't free too. After watching the opening ceremony of the Olympics, I have to ask, why is it okay to mock Christianity but no other religions? So a mother can abort her baby if she doesn't want the responsibility, but a father will go to prison if he doesn't want the responsibility. Interesting. You cannot pick your bedtime. You're 6. You want to pick your gender? That's totally fine. Remember when they put a trans woman in a females-only prison and he impregnated 2 other inmates? I remember.
Yeah.
Now for this next clip, I want you guys to pay attention very carefully to Kamala, because I've done enough narcotics and have been absolutely cooked out of my mind enough times to know that Kamala is tweaking.
I was like, Mommy, you know, the thing about this. I always wanted to go to Howard, and I went to Howard. And actually, it was in February of 2004. Olives with cream cheese on dark rye. And so it's remember, I'm a prosecutor. I have focused on that. I mean, in a nutshell. Yeah. And it was the assessor at the time. Can you perform some marriages? We need more people. And every nook and cranny of City Hall. Yes. Important is that we also.
All right. Okay. So I have not done these things myself, but I used to have a gas station in the ghetto where I see these things all the time. She's on something.
Appreciate the nuance. You know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot more to do. Who's over the age of 18 as though they're an adult.
So she keeps touching her nose and doing that, but then again, I do that all the time too, because I have a thing about my nose. But
right, where poor people sit in jail and people who have money get out. That there is no difference between any of the kids, our kids, and those kids who are otherwise in the system. So, for example, not to sell you a bag of you-know-what, but it was difficult.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why you say no to drugs.
Meanwhile, my ex is crazy and I have to lock all my doors. Hey, dude, you need to go.
I'm coming back.
No, you're not.
I'm moving my stuff.
I broke up with you last night. You're leaving.
I don't care.
And all your stuff is here?
Yeah,
Are you
I
crazy?
have nowhere to go. Move.
No, get out of my apartment. No, you need to go. Stop.
The way she's walking.
Seriously. Okay, go to the front door now.
No.
What are you doing?
I need to take a shower.
Fine, you're staying in here.
What?
You need
called a door handle.
Caitlin Bennett broke this liberal's brain by asking a simple question.
How is Trump racist? Do you want to answer this for me? Nope, this is for you. You made the claim, back it up. He has had multiple people be killed. He has had people be killed. Ma'am, I live in a town where there was riots. Very good. I'm glad that that's where you come from. However, who has he had killed? He's caused his police to do it. He has militia-ized this country. He has militia-ized this country. I can't speak English because I suck at it, but ma'am, don't assume my gender. Don't assume your gender? What are your pronouns then? They and Z and princess. Princess? Mm-hmm. Damn. How is he a racist? I'm not gonna answer you. Why? Because you can't or because you won't? No, because I'm pissed at you and you should leave our campus. Oh, no. This is a free country, right? Whose streets? My streets. This is a private campus. No, it's not. It is a public university. I just want to know how Donald Trump is racist. Because he has had his militia, our military, be used to protect buildings against people who have been killed multiple times. Because they're lighting them on fire and they're killing police officers.
I've never met anyone
confused.
who has been killed multiple times. Have you? And when she said, I can't speak English because I suck at it.
I can concur.
That's probably the only true statement she made all day. And the sad thing is, she is not alone. She's a part of a huge societal bacterial infection.
Meanwhile,
just stop. Seriously, stop. How
Give
is
them
this not
dog
mental
food.
illness?
Don't let them eat human food. Problem solved.
No chocolates for them.
I'm not mentally prepared for this. Do you think she voted for me? She looks like a lesbian. Georgia has a lot of black people. This is a lie. Girls, what is going on? There's no way I would not win Georgia. I don't understand, but you know, my mama always said, let go and let God. I win at everything I do. No, white wine.
White wine.
White wine. I love Jersey. That is black excellence. That is, I'm a strong middle class girl. Yeah. Come on, Shaniqua, come on.
This girl's really good.
Yes, queen. She got shoulder pads.
Every single one of her clips has been pretty damn spot on.
Beyonce, you endorse me and you lose Texas? Kamala Harris, get it right, old phone. Suckling clit. Why is he coloring over my face? Okay, back off, back off.
There's a massive difference between how Republicans treat people and how Democrats treat people. When I was a liberal, when Republicans found out that I was a liberal, they didn't say anything. They just left me alone. Or at the most, it was agree to disagree. Now that I've decided that I'm voting for Trump and have been very vocal about it, I have never been attacked so much in my entire life.
Join the club, pal. Join the club.
I've been called every name in the book by the party of love and respect.
I call myself a joyful warrior.
I've been called slow, dumb, idiot, everything under the sun about my looks. My voice is too deep, constantly called racist. I actually got a comment calling me racist.
That is really racist.
All of the backlash is pushing me further into Trump and pushing out the message.
At this point, being called a racist just means you're a real ass person that lives in reality.
Yeah.
It's funny because they preach tolerance and acceptance, but they themselves are the least tolerant and accepting.
Now that we're all saying what we're thinking, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think if you voted for Donald Trump, you're ugly. I think you're all freaking ugly, and I think you're dumb as bricks. And I think you're a bigot in every sense of the word, every use of the word. I also not only won't care when all the bad stuff that's gonna happen happens to you, I actually want it to happen to you.
I am so frustrated.
You think America is a racist country?
No, it's not. I'm Puerto Rican. We say legal migration. We say no discrimination. We say justice for all. And we say it with love. We don't do it with hate. We advocate with truth and love. That's why we do it. You look at these people. They're giving me the finger. They want to assault me. They're getting in my face. They hide their face with masks. They don't respect this city. And it's not very hard. If you hate New York, if you hate this country, leave. Just because you can make it in doesn't mean you can disrespect. See, that's what you get.
And the true fascist shows up trying to interrupt. The guy at the end just proved his point exactly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal. I'm immune. I could come down and start kissing everybody. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Man, not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. Making Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on? I have a full faith in our intelligence agencies. Whoops, they just turned off the light. That must be the intelligence agencies. No, get those lights off.
I gotta say, Donald Trump is pretty funny.
Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. And he voted for Obama. My pilot said, no, Mr. Trump, this is something you shouldn't do. What was that? Is that a dog? Uh-oh. It's Hillary. Yeah, you can get her out. Get her out. You know, she looks just like Hillary Clinton, actually. Is that Hillary? Hillary, is that you? Goodbye, Hillary. Bye. Say hello to Bill, Hillary. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man.
You know, the generation change is so crazy because when I was younger, like I said, I remember the joke with Dave Chappelle, you know, when someone was trying to talk about politics, he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he'd rather talk about a sexual act with his wife than actually talk about the man or the people they voted for. It made sense back then because we were a lot more cordial with each other. We didn't know who we voted for. We were just okay. Like, hey, new president. It is what it is. I never got mad at anybody because I didn't know what their political affiliation were. I can also remember with my English or my history teacher, one of the most influential people in my life, he did not disclose his political affiliation. He wanted us to figure it out, and he wanted us to just genuinely figure out our own political affiliation. He didn't want to say it because he didn't want to influence us to be in that camp just because he was in that camp. Nowadays, everybody's like, oh, you have to be this. Oh, you have to be that. Can we just try to figure shit out on our own? Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.